Education served as a focus of emphasis priorities of the leadership at the certain periods in our national struggle as a race. So today we're gonna talk about the perspective history of education in the Philippines. So indeed, in this topic, we have four periods of development of education in the Philippines. So firstly, we have what we call the pre-Spanish era, or what we call pre-Machalic times. So in this era, it stated that education was informal and unstructured and void in methods. So indeed, children here is provided more vocational training than academic training. So in fact, they are considered they are created about the 3 R's. So in 3 R's, they have what we call the reading, writing, and arithmetic. Second is what we call the Spanish era. So in this era, the tribal tutor were replaced the Spanish missionaries. So as we all know, the Spanish missionary is goal religion oriented. So their instruction was about their religion, as well as their education was limited only for the elites. So that's why they established at least one primary school for boys and one for the girls in each town by the decree of 1863. As well as this was under the supervision of the Jesuits. In fact, in Spanish era, the primary instruction was free, as well as the teaching of Spanish language was compulsory. And it is also said that education during this period was inadequate, suppressed, and controlled by the Spanish. So after that era, the next is what we call the revolutionary government. So in revolutionary government, it is stated here that it was established by the Burgos Institute. It is actually in Malolos. It is a military academy of Malolos and literally University of the Philippines. So the education here is what we call free and compulsory when it comes to elementary education. Back then, the school, it is also, but then, the school was actually maintained by the Spain for more than 3 centuries. So in the next period, or next era, so it is called the American era or the American rule. So as we all know, in the American era or this period, it was said that the education was free, which is they created a public school for all the students or children in the Philippines. So it is said here that upon the recommendation of the Shoreman Commission, free primary instruction that trained mostly of the people for the duties of citizenship and avocation was enforced by the Taft Commission per instruction of the President McKinley. So under the Taft Commission, it was said, but it was said here it is under by the President McKinley. So also the chaplains and non-commissioned officers were assigned to teach using the English as medium of instruction. So Filipinos should also use a different language into their education. which is called English. So before the American, it was also said, right, diba, like they also use other languages also. And also in the American rule or American era, but here in America, so their education was free for the people. So it is also stated here that highly centralized public school system was installed by the Philippine Commission by the virtue of Act number of 74, as well as the what we call the domiciles brought in the Philippines from USA. So the Bureau of Public Instruction became Bureau of Education under number 477, which passed. It is also said here that it is passed on the November 1 year 1902. So here, no high school was supported by the government. As well as the next is, they also established the following on the 1902 by the Commission of Special Education Institution Schools of Arts and Trade, Agricultural School, Commerce, and Marine Institution. So, in American era, they also created more courses like for the Filipino people also. Also, the Philippine legislator approved Act which created the University of the Philippines. So the Reorganization Act of 1916 provide the Philippinization of all the departments of the secretaries except for the Secretary of Public Institutions. So after the American rule, so the next was the Japanese era. So in Japanese education, so there are the educational policies were embodied into military order. So it is stated here that the military order was number 2 in the Philippine Executive Commission established the Commission of Education. And also the health and public welfare and school are reopened by the June 1942. As well as in the October 14, 1943, they actually sponsored by the Republic to create the Ministry of Education. That they are taught about the Tagalog, Philippine history, character education, love for work, and dignity of labor was emphasized by this era. So in 1947, by the virtue of Executive Order number 94, the Department of Instruction was changed to Department of Education. So in this period, the regulation and supervision of public and the private schools are belong to the Bureau of Public and Private Schools. On the other hand, by the year of 1972, it is become the Department of Education and Culture by virtue of proclamation and Ministry of Education and Culture by the virtue of PD number 13. It is stated here the regional offices was created and major organizational changes were implemented in the education system. And the next year was the 1982. So it is created by the Ministry of Education, Culture, and Sports. There you go. So in the Education Act of 1982, it is said here that it is created the Ministry of Education, Culture, and Sports in 1987 by the future Executive Order Number 117. On the other hand, in 1994, the Commission Higher Education, or what we call CHED, and the TESDA are established in order to supervise the what we call the tertiary education, or the degrees program and the non-degree. So they are able to rule they are able to supervise the programs of the tertiary education that have a degree and the non-degree. So about the Congressional Commission on Education, or what we call the EDCO, it is passed the RA 7796 by the year of 1984. So it is said that the rule was to creating CHED and TESDA, as well as the non-formal, which emphasized that system was focused to mandate the basic education that will cover the elementary, secondary, non-formal education, including the culture and sports, as well as the TESDA now actually administer the post-secondary, middle level, manpower, training, and development, while the CHED is responsible for higher education, like for the university or the private schools. By the year 2001, there is Republic Act 9155, or what we call the Government of Basic Education Act, was passed, transforming the DEX to DepEd. So the main goal here is to provide the school-age population and young adults with skills, knowledge, the values to become caring, self-reliant, productive, and patriotic citizens.